Good morning, guys. How are you all? Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Everything is clear to understand. And who is here? Let me know. Jamil, Bondia, Ares. Thank you, brother, for being over here. Infiltrator, good morning. Infiltrator, please take a moment to like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification. Please do that for us. Hey, Dora. Good morning, sister. Thanks for the penguin. Sophia, how are you, sister? Loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you, Dora, for saying here. Uh, yeah, I'll just start to talk about the price action over here, and this is the weekly chart. You can see that market fall here, then this is a good candle. After that candle, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Almost 2 month market is sideways, and this is the candle from December 1st. Okay, so this is the candle from December, and this is the so far the candle uh, until today, which is 12th of January. I think today is 14th of January. This 8 candle, almost 2 month, is kind of sideways. Still, it didn't move anywhere. It just trading the same area. I hope you can see the differences in between December, January, and other months of the year. I prefer not to take more risk in this session or in these months just because of this. Market doesn't care what is the liquidity, the extreme liquidity or the daily liquidity, daily bias, weekly bias, buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. Market doesn't give a shit. Just keep consolidating. Now it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen the same way every single year, but most of the year it happens like that way. Market doesn't move anywhere. It just keep bouncing in between a certain period of time. So here the same thing is still over here. I'm still bullish for the high over here, for relatively equal highs over there. But when it is going to happen, I prefer that liquidity is going to be taken by December, by February. But of course, the way it started to trade, like here, it came until here and then here. It was seems like that market is going to take that liquidity. Then the next week, market was bearish. Then the next week, market is bullish. Then this is the week so far market is bearish. Let's see if it can go for that buy side liquidity or not. We'll see more about the price action or the morning session when around the when we'll go to the lower time frame. Overall, this is consolidation. I am bullish from the daily chart, from the weekly chart. I prefer that market will take that all-time high, both all-time high and the buy side liquidity by the February. Of course, it can start to go higher and clear that buy side liquidity before the February. I'm expecting it is going to happen in February because I want to take some good setup. That's why I want that market. It's not something market is interested to do that, but I am interested to see market will go higher to clear the buy side liquidity as well as the all-time high around the February, not before the February. This is the daily chart, and you can see this is a daily bullish fair value gap. We have already talked about that so many times. Daily bullish fair value gap over here, as well as you can see that one, two, three, four, almost today's five. So I really don't know it's gonna break this gap today or not. But so far, this is the 5 days where this market is respecting this daily bullish fair value gap. Still, it failed to break this bullish fair value gap. That bullish fair value gap is still holding the market. Market went higher. This gap, you can see the small volume imbalance below this buy side liquidity. All of this buy side liquidity over here. From your lower time frame, you will see more beautiful buy side liquidity, which is just below this daily bearish fair value gap, which was unfilled. We were interested to see it will be unfilled as long as it's not going to fall and clear the sell side liquidity around here. If you guys remember, okay, so it has done its job. Now this unfilled gap or the breakaway gap should be the last FVG. That means even if market doesn't want to go for this all-time high, it will go for this last fair value gap and it will be respected from there. I don't want to accept any sort of sell side liquidity to be taken, for example, from the higher time frame, not from the lower time frame. From the higher time frame, I don't want to see any short of sell side liquidity. For example, this swing low, that swing, it can be taken, but this swing low, which is the origin low of this whole daily range, high and the low, I don't want to see this low will be cleared before clearing that high. But in the meantime, it can respect this last FVG and it can fall to clear this low, that low, which is the like internal liquidity. Some people call it internal liquidity. It can go for this type of lows before going higher to take that external or the extreme high or the liquidity. Of course it can do that, but even if it would love to fall and clear these lows, it should fall from this last FVG from the daily fair value gap. So I really prefer this gap will hold the market in between holding. It can fall and clear some sort of sell side liquidity from my lower time frame. Not that low, not that low. Even if it would love to go for that low, it is acceptable, but at least not this internal liquidity, because this is the external liquidity. Internal liquidity should not be cleared from a random level. Now here is a volume imbalance. Of course, it has the power, but I prefer the last FVG from the daily chart. That should be more powerful. So something like that is more easier for me think about the market. If it happens, that is the best case of scenario. What else can happen? Maybe it can fall first for this low. After clearing this low by building some relatively equal lows with this low, some sort of relatively equal lows, then it will go higher, trade this last FVG, fall and clear that internal engineered liquidity, go for the all-time high and going to build a new all-time high. That is the best case of scenario. I really would love to see this market will work like that way. If it doesn't, maybe we'll read the market every day. We are reading, we are here every day, so we'll look for that, guys. But so far right now, the daily chart is really so messy. You can see this is just a messy price action, long weak, small bodies, and just not moving anywhere. Simply it's just not moving anywhere. Feel like this is your 1 minute chart. Don't think this is the daily chart. Okay, this is your 1 minute chart and you are interested to look for a buying opportunity. Okay, for example, you have seen market came here, then took that low, liquidity has been cleared, market structure shift around this area, market fall, trade the entry gap, failed to trade the breakaway gap, then went ahead. This is the order block. Market trade that order block. You should expect some sort of unfilled FBZ over here if it really would love to go for that high. Now you are in this trade, maybe from this entry gap. Just think this is a 1 minute chart, and then you have seen this beautiful order block has been created over here. Market trade that order block. You should start to think that some sort of speed. Now as I told, if you are interested to look for the speed from your 1 minute chart, always try to expect the speed is coming either to the top of the hour, so 9:50, 10:10, 10:50, 11:10, 11:50, 12:10, 1:50, 2:10, 2:50, 3:10, 3:50, 4:10, around the top of the hour, or at the middle of the hour, so like 8:26 to 8:32, maybe 10:36 to, sorry, 10:26 to 10:32, 33, around the middle of the hour. So this is the time for the speed for the 1 minute chart, because we are working inside an hour. But when we are working inside a month, in a month or in a year, the best time to get the speed is from February. So February is the beginning or top of the hour. That time you will expect some sort of speed, and that's all I'm waiting for. That market will enter into the second week of February, and then it will give me the speed one way run, either the fall or the go higher. It will go, just keep going higher, keep going higher, something like falling knife or rising to the star, rising to the moon. So sometimes you see that ICT is saying the market is rising to the moon. Okay, so it's going to the moon. So that type of speed you will expect in a certain period of time out of a year, and most of the time it's like February, March, June, July, and finally October, November, December. These 3 times is the best time to see the speed. Okay, toward the market, you will get the speed. For example, here you can see around this area, you see this speed around here, October, the October price action. See this speed one way run, and then some consolidation, something, like some sort of consolidation, and at the same time some kind of speed, October, November. If you come here at the beginning around this area, I am not able to show all of these things, but if you come here to the previous contract, you will see some sort of speed over here, which is at the middle of the year, June, July, something like that, maybe before August last week, because August last week is disaster. So don't try trade August last week. That is the area you should not touch the market. Last week of August, just don't touch it. Let it go. 1 week, don't touch that market. August last week, but until the last week, it seems like some sort of speed over there. Okay, that is all I'm waiting for from the daily chart. I really don't have anything to say. I'll go for the 4 hour chart. So that okay, so it has been already cleared. Okay, I actually saw that trend line liquidity over here yesterday. At what time? I think around this area. Okay, so market has actually built the trend line liquidity around here. It has built the buy side liquidity here. You can see this beautiful resistance zone over here. This is that area, and you remember this is that external liquidity or the extreme liquidity, and this is the liquidity I told that engineered liquidity or the internal liquidity. It should not be cleared this market before trading this last FVG from the daily chart. This is that low over here. At the same time, this low can be over here because like this low is kind of a liquidity inside a new leg. Okay, so not the internal liquidity, this is the internal liquidity to that external leg. Again, I really don't want to talk about a lot about this range liquidity or the dealing range because I really have planned to explain this in this coming Friday PM session. So I'll come around the PM session, members only live, and I'll talk about this in details over here. But in short, for today's understanding, this market can clear this low maximum, should not clear that low, and trade any of this last or the entry gap before going higher to clear that buy side liquidity. After clearing this buy side liquidity, either it will keep going higher, we'll see the speed and we'll take our decision, or it will start to fall for this internal liquidity. This one, not the external one. It should not clear this external liquidity before clearing this all-time high or the extreme high. It should not do that. So it can first clear that low, then can clear this buy side liquidity, then can fall for this internal liquidity, after that for the all-time high. It can happen, or maybe market will simply trade this daily bullish parallel cap and it'll trade this buy side liquidity last FBZ. Reaction will send the market to clear either this internal liquidity or maybe this liquidity, any of them, and then it will go higher again. However, we'll see a lot of them, but right now I would love to draw your attention to this trend liquidity that has been cleared already. And people, I don't know how this the trend line liquidity and the flat line liquidity works, but I always prefer the flat line. That means this low, they are the relatively equal lows. This is my liquidity. Same thing like here for this liquidity. So I'm not going to mark some sort of trend line liquidity. So this high, this high, this high, this high, all of this are trend line liquidity. I don't like to mark them because it's not I really don't know in that liquidity lane if this market closed below this, is the liquidity already taken or not. Okay, I really don't know that because I still believe that some people enter here, some people enter here, some people enter here, some people enter here, some people enter here. So if it fall until here and then starts to go higher, maybe these people who took the buy around this area, they are still safe. Okay, so I really don't know how to use this. And trend line liquidity, if any of you know, don't hesitate to teach me. I really love to know how this general liquidity works. Okay, so if any of you know, please don't hesitate, teach me how to use this general liquidity. I just marked it for my understanding. Can I find it out? How can I use this internal trend line liquidity? However, this is that gap from the 4 hour chart. I really don't have anything to say. I would love to go to the uh, hourly chart. This is the hourly chart, and in this hourly chart, of course, you guys remember this relatively equal lows. It's marked from my 15-minute chart, so you will be able to see the sell side liquidity is marked from 15-minute chart. I have some sell side liquidity here around in this area, lot of liquidity around here. Then market has engineered some liquidity here and cleared that liquidity, came back again to this daily gap. Using this FVZ, can it keep falling for the liquidity? So today, my highest priority so far before going to the 15-minute chart, this is the gap. As long as this market is below this gap, I'm not interested to look for any sort of buying opportunity. I'm only interested to look for selling opportunity. for all of these relatively equal lows as long as this hourly gap is not going to be broken. If this market close above this hourly bullish fair value gap, which gap? Not last FBZ, not entry FBZ, not first FBZ, not FBZ, a random gap before 9:30, around 9:30. The random gap either from the hourly chart or from the 15-minute chart. Best is to mark it from 15-minute chart. If you don't find something from 15-minute chart, come back again and go for the hourly chart. As I'm going from higher time frame to lower time frame, I'm just marking it and then I will adjust it if I get something while I'll be in 15-minute chart. So far, as long as this gap is not broken, I will not look for any sort of buying opportunity. I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity for all of the sell side liquidity that will be marked from the 15-minute chart. Right now, this is the gap. Just remember, it is below this gap or maybe below the constant encroachment. I will not look for even a short single buy. No buy is valid for me. Only sell if I'm trading from hourly chart. That means my pushing button is from hourly chart. 1 minute chart has a lot other expectation, lot other things from 1 minute chart by using 15-minute chart. But from hourly chart, if I would love to push the button from hourly chart, I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy as long as this market is below this hourly gap. More importantly, below the constant encroachment of this hourly gap. I'm more interested to look for some sort of selling opportunity instead of taking the buying opportunity. Guys, I'm trying to explain the way I love to explain, but still, if you have any confusion, hold your question. I'm just gonna finish this very fast because I will go to the previous day price action. That's why I'm trying to finish the pre-market analysis as soon as possible. But when I'll finish it, I'll ask you if you have any question. Just hold on. Coming back to 15-minute chart. So in this 15-minute chart, you can see the same gap. Just I have to adjust it a bit because you can see here this candle high is my interest here, and this candle low around here. Okay, so this is the gap now from 15-minute chart which I have been adjusted just from the hourly chart. So now it's the 15-minute gap. As long as this market is below this 15-minute gap, I'm more interested to look for sell or see this sell side liquidity. This is my target. So far this is my target over here. Here, let me mark it sell side liquidity. This is that extreme sell side liquidity over here. The short period of sell side liquidity around here. This sell side liquidity is my target. Of course, this last FVG has a lot of power. You have seen that it has holded the market so beautifully. Like it's just don't let the market break this FVG one, two time, three. Like it tried a lot. So of course, if I frame any sort of sell over here, I'll be very careful to take the partial or hold the trade while it will go start to trade this last FVG from 15-minute chart. If it starts to go higher, I will wait for the market to close from 15-minute chart, 15-minute candle to close above this gap, and then I will start to look for the buying opportunity for this buy side liquidity, which I'm going to mark, and this buy side liquidity and this extreme buy side liquidity. But so far, this buy side liquidity will be my target for this morning session. Over here, you can see so beautiful buy side liquidity or relatively equal highs. Just remember, all of the liquidity I'm marking, it's from my higher time frame. That means the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart liquidity has the power to grab the market toward that liquidity. 1 minute liquidity doesn't have that power, but 15-minute liquidity has the power. In other words, ICT called the 15-minute chart as his bellwether. That means if you give him the 15-minute chart and for executing the trade, maybe 1 minute or 2 minute chart, whatever it is, he doesn't need weekly chart, daily chart, 4 hour chart, 1 hour chart, 5 minute chart, nothing. He doesn't need nothing. All he needs 15-minute chart and the execution time frame. So that is why if you would love to make this more complicated, because now these days I'm seeing that a lot of people stopped talking about 4 hour chart. While I don't talk about, I was not talking about the 4 hour chart. Inside my session, people keep coming and showing me the levels from the 4 hour chart. But now these days I can see that a lot of people, a lot of you have actually upgraded and you stop talking about the 4 hour chart. I really feel so happy for you guys. The more time frame you will add, the more complicated the trading you will make. So don't make the trading so much complicated. It's too easy. Just you have to be patient. You have to make a mental setup that I will let any sort of buy or sell to go if it doesn't match with my rules. You can think like that way. It will match with my expectation, with my plan. I will go for the trade. It is not going to match. I'm not going to chase the market. I'm not going to take any trade. I will let this go. It will simply solve all of your FOMO, everything. Just make a mindset. I am ready to let the run go. Like every day I'm showing you that lot of entries I'm planning, market miss my entry or entry point just by one handle, two handle, one tick, two tick. I just missed the entry and market went toward my direction. And I'm not like crying, man. It missed me. Oh, I have to chase it. No, I am keep waiting, keep waiting. Maybe if I find some other opportunity, like last FVZ in a inverse way, then I'm framing that in the deep premium area to take the buy. Otherwise, most of the time, I'm just let the market go. Okay, I miss it, no problem. Next time, I'm gonna catch it. So I'm trying to do that so that you guys can build your confidence much more higher. You can be ready to let the market go without you, and you are not going to regret, oh, I missed that trade. That only shy is gonna destroy your whole trading career. That I missed it, man. Oh, just that feelings is gonna kill you. So please be careful, make a mindset, strong mindset to feel like I didn't get it, market didn't take it, I'm not gonna chase it. Let the market go. I'll see it next time. However, let's come back to the price action right now. As long as this is above, sorry, below this 15-minute gap, I will look for the sell. No buy is valid to me. If it closed above this 15-minute gap, I will start to look for this buy side liquidity, and I will be very careful to this 15-minute last FVZ. It has the power to stop the market, send it lower again. The things you have seen here, all of this area stopped this buy side liquidity, stopped here. If you come on your left, you will be able to see here the gap. Actually, it's the new week of, I mean, some sort of gap over here that has stopped the market and then send it. So that is the problem. If this market really would love to take that buy side liquidity, it has to go through this last FBZ. But sometimes last FBZ give me some sort of reaction, and then it go through this last FBZ, take the buy side liquidity. Overall, that buy side liquidity is not my target. That last FBZ is my target. But that will be happen if it close above this 15-minute gap. Otherwise, I'll keep looking for short. Any kind of short below the constant encroachment of this daily bullish fair value gap is an high probability short or sell for me. Any kind of sell below the constant encroachment of this daily bullish fair value gap from the daily chart. You remember the only gap market is respecting 5 days so far. Any sort of sell below the constant encroachment is a high probable sell for me for this last not the sell side liquidity for this last FBZ. So from here to here, not a small range, huge range. From here it's kind of 68 handle. Out of 68 handle, I will get 20 handle, I'm profitable. 20 handle, 5 micro contract is $200. It's more than enough for being profitable. However, um this is how I'm gonna plan for today's market. Okay, that was all for the pre-market analysis. Anybody has any confusion? If you have any confusion, please let me know. I don't have enough time because I have a lot to talk about this price action, yesterday's price action. So please let me know if you have any question, any confusion, and are you getting the idea how to start the day, how to plan for the day? This is an overall plan that how this market is going to react from 15-minute chart. This is an overall plan, and this plan you have to build every day. That's all. If you have any question, please let me know. The chat is kind of, I'm in a horror film and everyone is quiet. No, don't sound, okay? The ghost is coming and he can just catch you. The chat is like that. No sound, nobody's writing, nothing is happening. But please let me know, is that clear? I would love to go to the previous day price action. This is all hindsight, but I have already showed you the execution. Nobody's writing, or like it's not updating. Just let me reopen the chat one more time. Okay, yeah, nothing was updating, I guess. Okay, Bizarro, thank you. Yep, okay, Penguin, thank you. That's great. Thanks, brother. Okay, clear. I would love to come here. Okay, I'm just gonna let it go over here until 9:30 because I don't trade before 9:30. Hey, Javel, thank you. Jeffrey, good morning, brother. Thanks for the Penguin. Jillian, hello, Tito. I marked 21,701.75 as sell side liquidity. 21, and what is that? It's too far. I mean, 21 is too far, brother. I don't think so it will go that far. However, at least not now, not by today. One. Yeah, it's too far. It's kind of like right now the price is around 25,000. So you are looking for 4,000 handle. Oh man, that's awesome. 4,000 handle. Come on. However, I would love to come over here in this price action. This is yesterday's price action. Okay. Now look at this. Beep, 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 beep. Heartbeat. A perfect heartbeat was there yesterday. A beautiful heartbeat. Like, can you see that? I really don't know. Can you guess like what I'm mean? Like, see, up, down, and boom, 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 and then again, like kind of flat line, something like that. Okay. Some days ago, it appeared one more time on the chart. If I can show it to you, I hope I'll find it. Yeah, here. This is the same sort of area some days ago happened. Like here, and then beep, and then beep, something like that. Here, same thing here, same thing here. In from 15 minutes at where whenever I'm showing this to you, just remember this is the morning session. So you don't need to look at the time over here around the bottom. You don't need to look at the time. This is around the PM session. I mean, sorry, AM session. This is all around the AM session. AM session. It was bit good. It was bit good around the December. Like it was bit good. But from here, like look at this, look at this, look at this. That day was good to be honest, and then it was one-sided. Like, and finally this is yesterday's price action over here. What a beauty. This is really a beauty. However, I'm going to go for the yesterday's price action, so I'm going to take until what actually happened over here. This high has been cleared over here, and there is some new day opening up also over there. Old new day opening up, it's not marked on my chart. That has been respected, and then market fall came here, trade the 50% or the area around this area around here. Then it started to go higher. What should it do? Take that buy side liquidity, then go for this buy side liquidity. Market rejected from here again, fall again. What should it do? It should respect any of these bullish FVZ or anything, and then it should go higher and clear that buy side liquidity. When it didn't do that, come here around this area, then this liquidity should be cleared, which has been cleared around this area. Perfectly trade this gap and left some obvious liquidity to go higher. However, it is. I'm gonna go back to 1 minute chart around this area. So yesterday we are all together, and finally I stopped my trading around here because I framed a losing trade. Remember, around this area, after framing those trades, that is a losing trade. I told that I'm confused, and then I closed the stream. I went to my account. I took a trade from 15-second chart around this area. Okay, depending on the 15-second chart, which I'm not able to show you that here right now. But if you have seen the what to say, I mean the execution, you have seen that I took my entry here, added here, added here, and then that specific leg stopped me out. Okay, so I just got stopped out by that leg. Now this leg was an unexpected leg because this was just from 1 minute chart, like boom boom. It was something like that. So it was really a unfortunate because it should keep going higher, has to keep going higher, but this appeared on the chart. I was really not prepared for that. So however, I took a loss here for 15 handle with 10 micro contract. I got stopped out over here for 16 handle actually, because I added more. First my risk was 12 handle because I was framing the trade from 15 seconds chart. My loss was 12 handle, but later I added more, so my entry point went a bit higher, and later finally when I got stopped out, it was 16 handle, 3 tick or 2 tick, something like that. So I got stopped out by that leg. But this leg doesn't mean anything to me because I know sometimes shit happens, and that was that shit. when this candle appeared, remember this 1 minute candle is divided by 4 15-second candle. One minute candle is equal 15 second, 4 15-second candle. I've seen it fall, it came here, trade this entry gap over here, failed to trade this gap, which is the breakaway gap, and then from 15-second chart it closed above here. This gap is actually broken by two candle or two FVZ on 15-second chart. When the first time it closed above this gap, I immediately entered to the market again over here. My target was here, this relatively equal highs from 15-second chart. It was beautiful relatively equal highs over here, some relatively equal highs over here. So these two was my target. So I framed my trade over here, and then finally I was not able to hold the trade for all over here. I had to close the trade because my profit was near about $1,000. You know, there is some consistency rules. That's why I hate these things. I love take profit trader because there is no rules. However, I had to manually close the trade. Uh, I just closed the trade while I have seen that my profit is near about $1,000. Just close the trade. But actually, my target was this buy side liquidity from 15-second chart and this buy side liquidity. Finally, there was some the last FVZ on the on the both 1 minute chart as well as the 15-second chart. However, that was the trade around the around the morning session just before the lunch hour. You can see this candle is actually 11:27 candle. So I entered into the trade from that candle before the 11:30 after getting stopped out. That was pure bad luck, get stopped out, because this was unexpected to me. However, it went higher and finally it came here and then started to the PM session. The whole PM session I was not in front of my chart, unfortunately. But if I were in front of my chart, I know that I would keep losing the money around this PM session. I would keep losing the money. But again, as an hindsight, as I was not in front of my chart around the PM session and I didn't take any trade, everything is hindsight now. I really don't know what I would do if I were in front of my chart, but I believe that I would lose the money. First, I would love to show something to you. So this market went higher after clearing the extreme sell side liquidity over here. If you guys remember, there is clean sell side liquidity that has been cleared over here, and then market started to go higher, What should it do? Clear that buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart, have this extreme buy side liquidity over here. Maybe that then it will go for that buy side liquidity, but at least this internal liquidity should be cleared. Before going over there, market has built some obvious liquidity around this area, some sort of obvious liquidity. This is also 1 minute liquidity. So this market will come from here for that obvious liquidity is kind of unbelievable, because 1 minute liquidity doesn't have any power to grab the market from there to there to change the bias. It doesn't have that power. But here this 1 minute liquidity has the power. Why? Because this 15-minute liquidity is near to that 1 minute liquidity. So actually this 15-minute liquidity is asking the market to come toward that liquidity. In between the road there is 1 minute liquidity, so I can simply target this 1 minute liquidity. However, when this market went here and then started to fall, all of this price action is inside the lunch hour, lunch hour. You don't need to worry about anything over here inside the lunch hour. Your trade should be start from 12:50. So when it came here around to this area or trading the last FVZ or whatever it is, I'm gonna mark them. Oh, however, that reaction appeared from this old reclaimed gap. Remember, I told you that at least until the constant crossment or the low of this gap should be traded, even if it would love to fall and take that liquidity. So while I was talking about the order block entry from this candle, order block entry, I told that at least the constant crossment should be taken. So even if you frame that trade from that order block, you could take some partial here. Maybe you'll get stopped out to the break even, and it is really a smart move from the order block to until the low. That was the reclaimed gap power. So it came, reclaimed gap has been traded, fall the market lower. However, let's come back around this area. So here, remember guys, this is all hindsight because I was not in front of my chart. Okay, so here, as you can see, this is the last FVZ. Now, can I use this last FVZ to take the sell? 100% no. No way to use this last FVZ, take the sell for this low or maybe for this lows, because below this last FVZ there is no liquidity. Excuse me. Below this last FVZ there is no what to say, I mean the liquidity. So I am not interested to frame any sort of sell by using this last FVZ. At the same time, as I'm here, I've seen market came here. I'm more interested to see this last FVZ will hold the market, send it higher for this buy side liquidity. As long as this last gap is not broken, I'm not interested to go for any kind of sell. 1250 candle is over here. I'm now ready to go for buy. I'm not interested to look for any sort of sell. Only buy is valid to me. And then this market is falling, closed below this last FBZ. Don't care. It can be the fake breakout or something like that, but it is going higher finally. Okay, if it doesn't want to do that, then what else can it do? It can simply fall, clear that low, trade that last FVZ, which was the breakaway gap here. Now this is the last FVZ. It should trade this last FVZ and then it should start to go higher for this buy side liquidity, right? This is the extreme or the last FVZ. I'm gonna mark this last FVZ as well around here. This is some of you will say that, brother, why this is so important? Because if you don't understand this small fraction of the price, these things is gonna be complicated for you. When I'm saying here, I'm not interested to look for any sort of sell. You are seeing this is a selling opportunity, only sell. But I'm saying if I were in front of my chart, I would love to look for only buy, no sell. The reason market came here very near to to that liquidity, made the strongest liquidity. It should respect this last FVZ or the equilibrium or the 50% of this range, and from here it should go for this buy side liquidity. When it is broken, I'm not still interested to look for any sort of sell because there is last FVZ over here. I believe that it will take that low, tap to this last FVZ, then it will start to go for this buy side liquidity, not the sell side liquidity, which is the obvious liquidity, however it is. So as you can see, it's broken and it came here. After coming here, what I'm expecting, this market is going to fall. Where? To take that low and here. When it came here, what it has done, if you ever get lost, if you ever get lost, look what it has done. The last swing low or the last swing high, what it has done, did it trade any fair value gap or did it build a liquidity? If it trade a fair value gap around here, which it didn't actually, if it do that, instead of making the liquidity, the last period when it is broken, look for the sell. As it didn't do that, instead of that it built the liquidity. I'm not interested to look for any sort of sell. I'm more interested to look for buy, and I prefer to take the buy from this gap. If it doesn't want to go for this buy side liquidity, I will keep waiting to take that buy. No sell is valid. Same thing here. When it came here, did it trade a gap or did it build the liquidity? Now, brother, this low has traded the gap as well as build the liquidity. Which one is much more stronger? 100% liquidity. There is nothing in this market is more important rather than the liquidity. Liquidity is everything. Simply liquidity is the base of this trading. When it fall, I don't know what is going to happen. Okay, so still now I'm expecting this market is going to clear that low and then trade that gap, then it will start to go for this buy side liquidity. I'm expecting still like that way. So I'm waiting and suddenly I've seen market started to go higher. So am I going to take the buy from this gap? 100% no, because I've seen market has perfectly built the liquidity. It is a random level. This time it should come here, clear that liquidity, trade this, then it will start to go higher. If it started to go higher, as long as it is not going too far or the deep premium area, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. Only the sell for this relatively equal lows now, because market has engineered the liquidity. Market is below the 50% range of the previous range, 50% below that area. I'm more interested to look for sell for this liquidity. So if I'm here, I will start to look for selling opportunity from this gap, from that gap. I'm not interested to look for buy here. I'm more interested to look for sell. So when I got this displacement over here and the next candle built the gap over here, I'm very much curious to look for a sell for this nearest sell side liquidity if I can take it. So I'll frame a trade here depending on the stop loss. If I can put it above this high, that is gonna help me for like with my stop loss. I'll keep it over there. If I see it's 40 handle, 50 handle, then I'll try to put my stop loss at least above the candle. That is gonna build this gap as an inverse gap. So as you can see, it's like 20 handle. I would love to go for the sell over here. I know every one of us know what happened over here. I'm just trying to show you what I would do if I were here. I would frame the sell around this area as the way I told you, and I got stopped out around this area. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna change the bias to go for the buy again and look for that buy side liquid. No, I'm not going to do that. I will keep looking for that, so that clean lows that market has built. The previous low has been built the liquidity. So in this type of scenario, sometimes I tell you to let the market first trade and take the high, use this gap as a reclaimed gap. This is for me more interesting and more helpful, because I have seen most of the time, yes, sometimes I miss the trade, but most of the time market what do, it actually build this inverse gap, go higher, cleared some sort of liquidity, then when it closed below this gap, best way to take the sell. Let's see what happened. Market went higher a bit, and then finally it has, sorry, let me see, it closed below this area. So think like that way. Maybe I got stopped out here for the first time, just for the sake of this conversation, okay, because I really prefer for this market to trade first time, clear that liquidity. Same thing, remember here I told, like yesterday, here, if it can clear that liquidity, then build this gap, that is the best case of scenario to take the sell. Here the highest probability was because I had also inverse gap. Remember this inverse gap from 1 minute chart? That is why I told that even if it doesn't clear that one, I can use this inverse gap for my extra confluences to take the sell from this gap. Just don't forget about that. Same kind of scenario around here, just in an opposite way. I'm using this gap, not the reclaimed gap, as a reclaimed inversed gap. Just will let the market to go through this, take that liquidity, come back again, closed below this, wherever it has closed, I'm interested to enter over here. From the next candle will open, I will be in the trade. No limit order, just the market order. Stop loss depending on the scenario. As you can see here, I have this last FBZ, I have to cover that last FBZ. I'll go for 1:1 partial, which is kind of 31 handle, something like that. 31 handle. I'll try to catch the partial over here, and then we'll see if it can keep falling. Just keep falling, okay? But I know that this sell side liquidity, which is market has just engineered, and then it will trade this gap. I will start to look for buy again. So I will try to take the partial as I'm in this trade, and then I'll let the runner go. If it keep falling, that means my expectation is wrong. Market will start to go higher. I'll be maybe get out. At the break even, okay. So here they got stopped out again around this area, just got stopped out. But this is how I would love to work, like here around that area. That's why I told, if I were in front of my chart, maybe I will only frame the losing trade. As in hindsight, again everything is as in hindsight, but this would be my expectation. This is how I would go for the trade. Maybe after two more entries or two more loss, if I have the opportunity to go for one more time, I'll go for that. If I don't feel good, then maybe I'll let this go. If I find out that, oh okay, I got stopped out here because it has respected the last FBZ, but we did the damage, I will go for the re-entry opportunity, which didn't happen over here, because you can see this candle has closed above this last FBZ. So I will not go for the next sell, and then finally market actually fall over here. I'll miss this sell. Just because of that, I told, if I were in front of my chart, maybe I would take only the losing trade. However guys, that was the PM session, price action yesterday. Bit complicated for me, maybe for some of you it was good, but this is what it is. Market is going to open after 1 minute. There you go. The market has just opened. I'm looking for sell, right? I'd love to mark the regular trading hour gap down. I'm not interested to look for any short of sell before taking some short of buy side liquidity. Has to clear some short of buy side liquidity, and then it has to fall. To that, then I'll go for the selling opportunity, as well as the opening gap, either the lower quadrant or the equilibrium. Equilibrium is too far, so lower quadrant is the best area. If it trade the lower quadrant, I'll be confident to take the sell. At the same time, see this clean highs, this two high and that high, three highs. They're very clean. I want to see this market will work like that way. Just like that way. work like that, well, I'll go for the trade. If it keep falling for this sell side liquidity, remember that sell side liquidity, I'll just let this go. I need to see it will go higher first to clear some sort of buy side liquidity. In that type of scenario, if I find a buying opportunity, I'll better look for a buy instead of taking sell. So in that leg, if I want to catch, I can frame the trade to the buy, not sell. It will keep falling, clear that liquidity, I don't care. I'll not take the sell. My bias is bearish, but I am not interested to go for any short of sell before some sort of buying, higher up, because people have seen gap down, they will chase the market will keep falling, they will chase the market will stop them out, then it will fall. If it work like that way, I'll go for the trade. If it doesn't work, I'll not take any trade. You can say, brother, you are missing the trade, but I am saying you what I am waiting for and what why I'm waiting for that. Sell is obvious to me, I know that it should fall. Only thing is I need price action. So right now, if I find a buying opportunity, I'll better take a buy. This is the gap. If it build a gap over here, I'll observe that gap, take my buy. If it build it, okay. If it doesn't make any gap, maybe I'll not. I will use it as a inverse gap. Brother, you told that you are bearish. No buy is valid as long as this is not going to happen. So here, two things you can do. First, if it actually work like that way, you can let this run go and then you can wait for the selling opportunity. You can do that. Or you can try to catch that run and then go for that run. Both of these are like, for the people who has more experience, you guys can go for buy and sell. Who are new, you will wait for the selling opportunity only. Again, if you are interested to take the sell, please go for that. First, I need to see this market to go higher, because go to your regular trading hour, what do you see? Market closed here yesterday, opened here today, falling. Let's take sell, let's take sell, 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 sell. I'm interested to take the buy. Any kind of bullish fair value gap here, I'll try to take that buy from that gap. Or if it doesn't build the bullish gap, then I'll try to take the buy from this FVZ. Okay, so here, this is gonna be my first buy for today. I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. Stop loss will be a bit lower for 30 handle. If I don't get this buy from here, and like the stop loss is very big for this bullish gap, I don't care, because I know what I'm looking for, right? I'll go for the sell. So I don't think so it has provided me the buy. So I will start to look for sell. I would love to look for this buy. Remember what I'm saying, it is all logical. So I'm not bullish, I am bearish. But for to take the sell, I need this run. So I wanted to catch that run. If it could take me, I would go for that run. At least some sort of buy side liquidity. And when it will clear that buy side liquidity, I'll start to look for selling opportunity again. Traded the lower quadrant of the opening gap. Let's see how far it can fall. Go. I prefer really this last FVZ. This is the best area for this market to fall. If it fall from there, that is the best case of scenario for me. If it doesn't and go through that high, trade the 50% of the opening gap. That is also acceptable, as long as the candle is not going to close above this 15-minute bearish gap. I'm bearish. I hope guys it will help you a lot not to chase the market depending on the opening gap, right? Those people who thought this is bearish, they took the sell, they will get stopped out here. And when they will get stopped out here, they will start to think, okay, it is now bullish for the resistance zone. They will take the buy, and then this market will fall again. Whoever is interested to take the buy, please go for that. I'm interested to look for sell now. So why you are talking about buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell? I think my point is absolutely clear, guys. Here I'll look for this gap as well. It's a very nice gap to me. This is prior to 9:30. That was really good. So went through this gap, cleared the buy side liquidity, closed below this gap. We'll try to take the sell from this gap. until this FVC, until the inversion fair value gap. I hope it will take me. If it doesn't take me before that tap here, not going to take this sell. Remember, actually that's not my target. This sell side liquidity is my target. I'll try to take the partial over here. This is gonna be invalid if and only if it trade this inverse gap. As it has trade this inverse gap, I'm not taking this trade over here. If it failed to trade this gap, I would take my sell from here, would take a partial here, let the market to fall for this sell side liquidity. Another missing opportunity for me. First missing opportunity here, second missing opportunity here. So two trade I've already missed. I'll wait for the next opportunity. It will close below this inverse gap. Now it is going to work as a reclaimed gap. So this is going to be my third entry, but this entry is tricky. The reason is stop loss is going to be too big above this high, so it's going to be tricky. We'll see how I can manage this trade. So it will close below this gap. I'll take that trade. If in a normal time, I would go for some sort of like closing the trade. I mean, sorry, closing the candle, I would enter into the market. But this time, I will wait for this gap to be retested because you see the huge stop loss. So I'm really afraid of the stop loss. If I push the button here and by anyhow I take my entry around this area, that will be 50 handle stop loss. So I don't want to take that risk. Would love to put the limit order. Are you getting confused? Why I'm saying buy and sell, buy and sell, and buy and sell everything? Are you getting confused? Or is it absolutely easy to understand for you guys? Please let me know the feedback. I really prefer if it can trade this gap before closing below this gap. If it do that, I don't need to worry about this gap to be traded again. That will be much more easier for me to frame the trade. Is the best case of scenario. That means this gap will hold the market like the thing you have seen already. It will trade this gap and then it will start to fall. I will just wait. I know this is the best area to push the button from this gap, but I just need a bit more confluences. That means body will close below this gap and then I'll go for the trade. Okay. So I'm just taking a bit more risk over here. I know this is the best area. Some of you will come and then will tell me, brother, this is the best area to take the sell. Why you are waiting for? I'm just waiting for a better entry position. Okay, so something like no bullish PDRA is gonna stop the market. I need that confirmation. I'm just waiting for that. Again, if any of you would love to go for the sell or buy, just go for that. I will wait exactly what I'm waiting for. I need to see it's broken and then I'll go for the trade. The worst case of scenario, I will miss this trade. That is the worst case of scenario. I wish I'm not gonna miss this. And stop loss, as you can see, it's 37 handle. Later I will actually minimize the stop loss later depending on the price action. 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. I should be in the trade, but I think I'm a bit late. However, let's see. I think I'm a bit late. One more time. There we go. That should be the entry. That should be the entry. Okay, guys. I really don't know why it's not. Now it's loaded. And partial. Target will be You are not going to take the partial over here. You are going to take the partial around 1:1. That should be your partial level. Because still some people will come and then they will tell, brother, it's just because of you. I didn't take the partial. I don't like that shit. Reading this market, isn't it like drinking water? That should be your partial. Isn't it drinking water? That should be your partial. Remember, if you didn't take the partial over here, that's your mistake. It's not my fault. You should take the partial over there. Isn't it reading like drinking water? Fall. We knew it will go higher. It went higher. We knew it is going to fall. We took that sell. We got the partial. Then we'll see if it can give us the profit or not. Every day, I'm showing this to you. It's like drinking water. Trading is like drinking water. All you have to do, you have to be prepared to let the market go. So I was absolutely prepared here. If it doesn't want to take me, I'm not gonna take the sell. Same here. It didn't take me, I didn't take the buy. It didn't take me, I didn't take the sell. It took me, I got the boom. Simple. Now, guys, I prefer a boom to me, okay? Because like 30 handle, 40 handle is more than enough for being profitable. And I hope that you already got the profitable entry. Okay, so it's more than enough for being profitable. 37 handle, if you say it's not enough to get be profitable, I will argue with you. I know this 15-minute last gap can stop the market, send it higher again. But this is my extreme target. Okay, if it give me, I'm happy. If it doesn't give me, I don't care. I know this is the most logical level the market should fall. And then if it been respected from there, stop me out. I really don't care, man. This is my extreme target. So I'll let the runner go. I can simply let the runner go until here, right? As long like here, I'll let this go here. It doesn't mean that it's not a winning trade. It's a winning trade, guys. Please write down boom for me. Okay, I can't see that some of you has written the boom. Thank you. I'm asking for that literally, right? Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel. If any of you are new, I'm solely depending on the price action and I'm just trying to explain my understanding about this market with a lot of explanation, of course, the logical explanation. More importantly, those people who has the confusion about ICT concepts and you guys think that, oh man, this is just a bullshit scammer. I don't want to, I don't want you to go to ICT because he's the boss. I want you to come to me and see what I can do. I'm just a no one. ICT even don't know about me. I think he knows about me because last time he was here. I think he know that someone is actually doing that. But at least me, who is not well known like Tania or some other people, I will show you, I will open your eyes. Tick by tick. Still in this bad price action. This is not a good price action. Trust me. And today is a bit good so far, but it's not like so let's see if it can give me the boom. Please don't forget to push the like button. If you don't like it, just give me the dislike button. Come on, man. Please give the boom. Again, I really know that this is a good area for this market to reversal. First of all, the last FBC. Secondly, this new week opening gap. See, my target is at the 50% of this new week opening gap, around this area, exactly to the 50% of this new week opening gap. So I'm letting this market to go maximum for the constant crossment of that new week opening gap. If I don't get it, I really don't regret for it. Okay. There you go. What else do you need? Do you need anything else? Hello, sir. I'm asking to you. Do you need anything else? Thank you, guys, to write down boom for me. Thank you, Suzy one. Boom for you, brother. Thank you, man. Joy, three partial taken. Boom. Congratulations, brother. Suzy one. Thanks for the penguin, by the way, man. Boom, big brother Tito. Thank you, Abdul Samad Jadani. How are you, brother? John, thanks for that boom. Sophia, nice to meet you. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, sister. It's time to wait for the next case of scenario. Hey, Jeffrey, thanks for the boom. Jesse Posada, thanks for the penguin. Julian, boom. You rock, Tito. Thank you, Jesse. How are you, brother? I think yesterday I saw your comment, but for last few days I didn't see your comment. You okay, brother? Lee Trades, we love you. Boom. Thank you. I love you too, brother. Fona, thanks for the penguin. Joseph, are you looking for buys? Of course not. No buys. I told that I will look for the buy if and only if this gap is broken. Then I'll look for the buy. As long as it's not broken, I will keep looking for the sell. So I have the extreme sell side liquidity here, which is my new interest right now. But I'll let this market to decide, does it want to react with this new opening gap and start to go higher, or does it would love to break this gap and go for the sell side liquidity. So I'm now interested to see, can it go for the sell side liquidity or not. And it's kind of a shallow run, you can see here. It's from the 15-minute chart, okay, but like have a lot other lows over here. Here there is new, that is the new liquidity. I'm more interested to see if it can fall for this new liquidity or not. But right now I'm not interested to enter inside a new weak opening gap while I'm clearly seeing that it's respecting. So I'll let this market to decide first, does it want to fall, or I will let the market to go higher first so that I can take another sell. It was the reclaimed gap. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this inverse gap. You guys should know that I was using this gap as an inverse to take the buy. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entry. If I got the entry, that could be my first boom. Then if I got the entry over here, that could be the second boom. If I got entry here, that could be the third boom. Unfortunately, I just got one. Rest two was in my mind. If you would love to take the buy, please go for that. And guys, please don't forget to push the like button. It's the only thing I need. Okay, 163 people are watching, 71 likes. I need 100 likes, guys. Please push the like button. Otherwise, I'm not gonna chill. I'm like a chill child, okay? Kind of not like immature, okay? I'm immature. So make it 100. I'll be back to chart. Otherwise, leave the stream. Simple. By the way, guys, we have discount for Blue Guardian futures, 70% discount. If you use the code T2 Wizard, you will get that 70% discount for Blue Guardian futures. Good thing, okay? Hey Archana, thanks for the boom, sister. Rajpatil W. Okay, thank you, brother. Boom, thank you, Rajesh. I need 100 likes. So I need two more likes. Hey Greg, thanks for the boom. Joyful TP boom. Congratulations, brother. Boom, thank you, brother. Suzivan, I was bullish today, brother. So I was hesitating to take the sell in funded account, only eval trade. So, okay, thank you so much, guys, for writing the boom. Let me know how many of you actually took that sell. And Sujivan, you have done the good job, brother. You should not believe me blindly. Not only you, but also everyone. Don't believe me, man. I'm just a man. I have my own expectation. I don't know anything about ICT concepts. I know less than you guys. So don't believe me blindly. Ask yourself, is that logical? Then if you find the good logic to take that entry, go for that. If you don't find any good logic, then don't take that trade. Just let it go. Hmm. Hey Hriday, thanks for the boom. Dora, stop overtrading Dora. Archana, stop overtrading. Jamil, please stop overtrading. Raspatil, can you please explain Blue Guardian rules? I don't think so. There is some rules. Just don't trade the news and yeah, like Anybody knows that what is the rules for Blue Guardian? I don't think so. They have a lot of rules. They have the consistency rules actually. 40% I guess. So your highest profitable day can't be more than the 40% of your maximum target. So for 50K account, $1,200 is the maximum. Maximum. $1,200 is the maximum. Hey Raman, that's cool, brother. Congratulations for your one contract boom. Don't liked the stop loss. Perfect. Don't take it. That is the most important thing. You don't like the stop loss, don't take it. I put it randomly actually, just randomly put it because later I was thinking to move the stop loss, but market never gave me the chance to move the stop loss. So I didn't move my stop loss later. So I just kept it over there. To do that, I would move my stop loss. It was just a one-sided run, okay. You wanna take the buy, go for that. You wanna take the sell, go for that. I'm just not going to go for any kind of buy or sell right now. Corner, corner. What you are indicating, brother? We have 1 hour SMT. If you are saying SMT, please let me know bull SMT or bearish SMT. So if you ever, any of you ever mention the SMT, let me know is that bull SMT or bear SMT. Because if you say SMT, I really don't know what you are looking for. So are you looking for bull SMT or bear SMT? Pro don't see 70% shows same old 60% discount. But it gives me the mail and I check that it has 70% discount. Okay, you guys can recheck it one more time. Okay, Dora. Yes, I too got the some profit in Europe session. Okay, congratulations, brother. I will not go for any short of buy or sell right now. You can simply see that market is inside this new week opening gap. Not interested to go for any short of buy or sell. If you'd love to go for buy or sell, you are always welcome to go for that. Right now I will just keep waiting to see what it is doing, at least to let the market some sort of buy side liquidity to be taken at first. So I'm not interested to go for buy or sell. You are not patient enough, go for the trade. I am waiting for the trade. Sometimes at the opening I can frame 2 3 4 trades. Sometimes I have to keep waiting, focus over there when I'm waiting and when I'm framing the trade. Good morning, Achuk. Watching your explanation hereafter. Okay, that's cool, brother. Done for the day. Thanks, wizard. You're most welcome, Jai. And yeah, I love that word. Done for the day. I love that word. Have blue and not don't recommend. Have blue and don't. Fitz Paulson sees further rate cuts later this year. It for forecast rate. Okay, I think you're talking about some sort of news. Due to no overtrading, I have learned my lesson very bad way. If I take profit, I will switch my account, as you always say. Yes, yes, sister. Thank you so much. The challenge you have to earn 3,500, then 2,000 in last month. I claimed because they closed my account without purpose. Now another claim because static data between. Yeah, you are going to get the what to say. I mean the straight away, brother. It's sometimes some shit happens with some specific people. You have to just open their Discord link and just contact with them through the Discord. Just mention Usman, VGCMO. They will fix it for you. But Blue Guardian is really a good platform. Personally, I got the payout from Blue Guardian futures. They're really so awesome. Though I just got one. And my friend, he's keep getting the payout from Blue Guardian futures. So I have no confusion about Blue Guardian, but still some shit happens with some people. Guys, if you'd love to go for the trade, please go for that. I'm waiting. Still now you can see there is nothing. Just if you look on 1 minute chart, it seems like it's bullish bearish. But if you look over here on my right hand side, which is the 15-minute chart, you'll clearly see that there is nothing. Simply nothing. A run happened and you are chasing the market. Don't chase it. Let the market decide what it wants to do at first. Then go for the trade. We had sell SMT in 1 hour, 8 hour candle. Okay, so we have sell SMT. That's cool. Yeah, project X is gone. You have to if not only from the Blue Guardian futures, but also from the trade of it. Sorry, what to say? I mean the uh, Tradify, lot other people. Okay, because project X stopped working with out outer organization. Like, guys, please let me know if any of you are in any kind of buy or sell right now, because I'm not finding anything. Okay, and if say I'm waiting, market is consolidating. So just try to connect this. I'm waiting because I'm not seeing anything, and what market is doing, consolidating. Try to connect it. How to wait? How to know the consolidation beforehand? Because the price is telling me that not to enter. The problem is people start to think if I don't enter, I'm gonna miss this trade. They're afraid of missing trade. That's the problem. That's why they're like they don't understand that, brother. I have the sell side liquidity here. So if I miss the trade here, I don't care. I will be able to enter from here. Maybe my profit is not gonna be 200 handle. It's gonna be 20 handle. But as, still, that is profit, right? Profit is always the profit. So please, if any of you are able to frame any sort of buy or sell, please frame it. Oh, by the way, I would love to remove this subscriber from my chart, because you can see I got 11,600 subscriber. Thank you so much to all of you guys for to make it 600. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. I mean, it's really a great achievement for me. Also like that way, great achievement. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna keep this sell side liquidity to my chart. Only this sell side liquidity, which is the extreme sell side liquidity too. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to our channel. Oh, brother, I used to think I had to take every setup. Not anymore. Lesson learned. Thank you, Suzivan. Day by day, we are learning, brother. You are learning. I'm learning. I'm afraid of losing the trade and close all my trade before it reaches the goal. That is called cold. Uh, Close the trade before hitting the target. So it called the cold actually. Closing opportunity reach the target, something like that. I forgot actually exactly what was that word. It is another kind of FOMO, brother. Thank you, Greg. So let's see. I need to see what is happening. Okay, from the 53rd. This is that sell side liquidity. Below this sell side liquidity, I have all of this zone. And what is FBZ over here? Is that some sort of FBZ, or what is that? That why I marked it here, I have no idea. I miss this. You miss this leg. I don't care, man. The area was not for me to take the trade. Whether can I take the sell from here because it's going to clear that sell side liquidity? Please go for that. I'll go for the trade. If it happens, then I'll go for the trade. If it doesn't happen, this liquidity is cleared, or it didn't happen, I'm not gonna take this trade. I'll lose this, miss this opportunity. You don't wanna miss it, chase it. Because of course this candle can be traded, gap can be traded and take this sell side liquidity. Of course it can do that. But I want to see when it came to the old low, old lows. This market should go higher to believe those people, to make them believe that it is a strong support. It came to this range or the zone. Now it should go higher. If it doesn't go higher, nobody's gonna enter over here. I want it to go higher first, and then it will fall to stop them out again. That's why I'm planning like this way. This is the logic. This is not trading. Reading price action is asking the practical things. What can happen when this came to this old lows, right? This is the old lows. So look at this. Like here, this low, that low, relatively equal lows. When it came to this old low over here, this is a zone. What should it do at first? It should start to react from that zone, and people start to believe that, wow, man, it's a strong support. Market can't break it. So take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. They will take the buy. Market will go higher. Those people who failed to take the buy here, they're gonna chase the market here, 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 and then this market will boom fall. Stopped out all the people who took the buy. That is how I would love to plan. But of course, it can start to react from this gap and can simply take that sell side liquidity. I'll miss this trade in that case of scenario, and I'm absolutely ready to miss that trade. It will work like that way, I'll go for this trade. It doesn't work like that way, I'm not gonna take this trade. So here I had nothing to do because this was inside a zone. It needs to close below this gap at first, which it has done already from 15-minute chart. Now it's time to wait for a setup. So first I waited for the scenario, the case when I can enter. When I got the opportunity now I need for the things it should do, and then I will wait for the entry opportunity. Three step. First, I need to wait for this market to decide where it wants to go, for sell side liquidity, for buy side liquidity. Finally, it confirmed that I'm gonna go for the sell side liquidity. Now it didn't clear. The direction is confirmed. It's time to wait for the scenario to be built. That means believing those people who are taking buy here that it's a bullish market, it's a strong support. It will go higher first. This is the scenario. When it will go higher first, this is the time to look for the sell. That means I will look for the model now, take the sell for this sell side liquidity. Is that understandable to you or not? In my mind, if it worked, take that liquidity, I'm gonna miss this trade. I really don't care about that. The main problem comes when I feel like I'm gonna miss this trade. Then I am in rush, I go for the trade and I took the loss. And I never find out why I got that loss. That is the thing, Marbra. I keep saying, if you already made money today, do not take another trade. Please don't do that. I'm here not to give you the signal, not to show you the entry. I'm here to show you how to read the market in my way, depending on ICT concepts, how you are going to observe a particular situation. Just because of that, I'm reading the market. I'm not showing you, I'm not giving you the signal. Man, if I give you the signal, I'll open a channel, I'll tell you that give me $1,000 every month, then I'll give you the signal. But I'm not giving you any signal. Don't treat it as a signal service. The best area for your learning. I promise you, brother. To understand what it should do and why it should do that. When it is going higher, should I look for the buy, whatever buying opportunity is going to give me, or should I keep looking for the selling opportunity? Because as I told, if you ever get lost, the last low, what it has done, did it build the liquidity or did it clear the liquidity, take the trade the fair value gap? Always ask that. See here, from here to here, it's a small buy. I'm not taking it, but from here to here, it's a very small buy. by covering this FBZ over here around this area. I'm not taking it because I'm waiting for the sell, because this is the expectation. It doesn't need to happen like that way. The candle has built this gap. Target is this last step is, which is all not even 1:1. So I don't need to take this trade. Just observe it. Like, can it do that? If it do that, go for the trade. If it doesn't do that, don't take the trade. Simple. This is the kind of scenario like yesterday where the market actually didn't take any sort of buy side liquid. Instead of that, it has fallen. And today, this is the area to take the sell. Now I will go for this sell. Okay. Now, just because I have to take the sell from here, even though it didn't come here, it is the same case of scenario like yesterday around here. Remember this sell when I framed that sell? I told that it should take that buy side liquidity and then it should fall, but it has moved, and then this bullish fair value gap provided me the selling opportunity. This is the same case of scenario over here around this area. Let's see. Wait, just waiting is the best option over here. Just let's wait and go for the trade. Scenario is same, but of course stop loss is gonna be huge. I will wait one more time to close below this gap to take the sell. If I do that, I'll go for this. Otherwise, I will wait for the same thing I told from here for this sell side liquidity. I'll wait for that. Oh man, it's just half an hour. I am thinking that's already 11. Just half an hour? Seriously? I think it is going over here, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll just go for the sell, only sell, no buy, nothing, nothing, nothing. Just if it closes below this gap one more time, I'll take the sell. So all of you just remember that if it closes below this gap, I'll take the sell. And I'll put my stop loss above the highest high. If it doesn't trade this last FBZ, then I'll put it above the highest high. If it trade this last FBZ, then I'll look for any sort of bearish gap to be a breakaway gap and entry gap to take the sell. Or maybe if it closes below this gap, then I'll use this gap to take the sell. This time it will close below this gap, I'll take the sell. Below this two black line. The best case of scenario, it will trade this last FBZ, then it will fall. That is the best scenario. But if it doesn't do that, I have to go whatever it is going to offer me. If you are already profitable over here, remember, it was not a small run, brother. If you are already profitable over here, don't take any other trade. Don't take any other trade. It's a request to all of you. If you are already profitable, don't take any other trade. Just half an hour, man. What I will do rest of the time? Full TP, boom. Congratulations, brother. How much more do you think it will fall? Let it let it take the liquidity at first. So it has not only traded the last FBZ, but also went too far. It's the best way for me to take the sell without any sort of confusion that it will go higher again. Without any sort of confusion, I can look for sell right now. Any sort of confusion. every single time it will go higher, it's my selling opportunity. Just remember that things, brother. Anytime it's going higher, I'll look for the selling opportunity. Why it is going higher? These peoples are believing this is a strong zone. Market can't break this zone. Take the buy. Every single bull candle, people are entering over here. Every single bull candle, they're entering and they're believing this is a bullish market. This market will fall. I promise you. Will take that sell side liquidity. Bear with me. If and only if it doesn't take this sell side liquidity, it means the rest of the day it will be consolidation. If it fail to clear that sell side liquidity, bear with me. Julian, please give me the premium and discount for this Friday. Around the morning session, I'll be here in public, but around the PM session, I'll go with a members only live. Over there, I will finish the controversy, the confusion about the dealing range. Everything will be clear like drinking water. So just give me the time for coming Friday PM session. There will be members only live and it will be clear. So I will talk about that from beginning to the end with every sort of scenario about the billing range, premium discount. This is the 15-minute gap started, bearish gap started from here. I'm gonna remove this last FBC because that was the lowest area this market could react and then could fall. If it would love to trade this bearish gap from 15 minutes chart, there is nothing wrong. I don't need to worry about these gaps anymore because I'm not going to frame any trade from these gaps anymore. I'll try to frame the trade around here now to take the sell. If you'd love to take the buy, please go for that. Seriously. Waiting for the fall. Friday PM session, brother. Don't no need to worry about the AM session. I'll be a bit late around the AM session, but the PM session is gonna be the members only live. So you don't need to worry about missing anything around the AM session. Okay, got us to that. Gap from 15 seconds, that is too fast. Even before you think, stop here. I just missed this small gap from 1 minute chart just for a bit. Here. Stop loss was over here. I didn't look on my right and missed this small gap over here, unfortunately. Maybe I would get that run. Sometimes shit happens. And from 1 minute chart, you can see it just closed below this, went higher, cleared that high over here. This cleared high, closed below this gap again, re-entry. Stop loss has to be above that high. I think I just put it a bit below, so got stopped out. Then re-entry and got that run. Got this sell side liquidity. Just miss my misunderstand. I just didn't notice this gap from 1 minute chart. Moved it a bit higher, but just missed this gap over here on me on my area. You can see here. Just I put my stop loss here, but I have to cover this small gap from 1 minute chart. Then I would be safe. I believe I would be safe if I could cover this gap. Still, that was 48 handle, not bad, right? Like clearing all of this partial 48 handle one contract. Just wanted to let it go for this 21 or the real liquidity area. But as my mistake, I will not say market did something wrong over here. That was my mistake. I didn't notice this entry gap from 1 minute chart, unfortunately. And sometimes shit happens, guys. Like, to be honest, sometimes this shit happens. Creative, thanks for the sharing this with us. No problem, brother. I'm back. Okay. I just I don't know why I went here because I feel like it will be messy, but I can see it was really so good from 1 minute chart. I thought it will be a bit messy, that's why I went to the 15-second chart. Otherwise, like if I could understand that this would be so beautiful like this, maybe I would be frame from 1 minute chart as well. But yeah, it is what it is in front of you. Everything is in front of you. Nothing is I'm hiding. Yeah, guys. It's 10:36. I will. I mean, like here, the selling opportunity was here. I told that this run is just to make the people believe that it's a bullish market right now. It is going higher, higher, higher. Finally, cleared the liquidity, and then made the setup from there for this liquidity. Again, I really missed this gap. I don't know you guys will believe me or not. I didn't notice this gap. So if I could cover this gap and plus opening of this gap, maybe I will be safe for this sell side liquidity. Even if I don't get that, I don't need that. From here to here, it's more than enough for being profitable. 88 handle. It's more than profitable. Okay, more than enough. So you don't, or I don't need from here to here this 144 handle to learn, I mean to get profit. And you can see just I took 5 micro contract, the 3 plus 2 5 micro contract. So here around this area, first sell 3 contract, 2 contract, got stopped out, took re-entry, add more. I moved my stop loss a bit here, because this is 15-second chart. Sometimes, like, as well as this is the micro contract, that means the MNQ. I don't expect the perfection from this chart. That's why I feel like I should move it a bit higher. Still, that was 2023 handle, not huge stop loss. 2023 handle is not huge stop loss. And then just hold the trade. Took the partial exactly where I should take the partial. I believe you have seen everything. So first took the partial to this gap, not exactly to this gap, just above this gap around here. because it can fail to trade this gap. It could do that. So I just put my partial level it a bit higher, take the second partial, the most logical level in this whole consolidation area, exactly over here, moved my stop loss, got stopped out over there. And yeah, this is all right. And I'm in, I mean, sorry, in public. That's why I just went for 5 micro contract. But this is the area when I got stopped out here. I actually love to go for 10 to 15 micro contract exactly over here. If you don't believe me, you can see over here yesterday's price action where I took the entry. I'm in public. I was thinking some of you can like copy my trade, and that just because of that I went with the 3 micro contract. You can see over here yesterday's price action. This is for the yesterday's price action. I've already shown this to you. So here 5 micro contract, added three to take the buy. I'm not looking for sell. I would added 5, 3, 2. Got stopped out 15, 5, 3, 2. Got stopped out because that was an unexpected run. Immediately when the body has closed above this gap, see this gap? It has just closed above this gap. This candle has closed above this gap. The next candle, I took 15 micro contract. Stop loss was just below that candle. See this low? Just below that candle plus some more ticks. So it was like the stop loss was something like entry was here. Stop loss was like 12 handle, something like that. And went higher. There's some partial was here. Then closed the trade here, I guess. So near about 50 handle close, and the loss was like 16 handle, something like that. 16 handle loss because that was an unexpected run, to be honest. And then that's also some of you still confused that, oh brother, you took 3 to 5 contract, 5 to 3 contract, and you are now saying that you would go for 15 contract, 10 contract. I would, to be honest, I would go for that. Whenever I got a stopped out here, I am pretty much confident I got a stopped out because of my I mean tight stop loss. This is the origin high that has cleared that high after breaking this gap. I should believe this high. I just put my stop loss a bit lower, got punished. I should not get punished again. Should work and send the market lower. So I will go with the more contract over there, and then we'll catch that run until the last period, which is here above the liquidity. Took the liquidity, and now I'm happy because I put my stop loss over here. It is bullish. I mean, so far it's a bit bullish. So now I'm happy as in hindsight. Yeah. Again, inside this gap, new week opening gap, very dangerous area to trade. What is going to happen over here? Have to wait for that. See. Oh my god. Dora. Arthur. What happened, Dora? He's is the he's the ICT. Oh man, come on. Okay, he's kidding. He's kidding. You are a absolute amazing. Thank you, sister, for that comment. But only thing is, don't ever feel like you are missing the trade. No, this is my new opportunity to go for the trade. From 15-second chart, this is my new opportunity to go for the trade. Exactly over here. Now I'm not going for this re-entry around this again because it's more than enough for me to be profitable. This entry is like profit is small, you can see, but it is from the 5 micro contract. Okay, so if I went for the 10 micro contract, it could be $618. But as you can see, it's just 5 micro contract got 50%. I'm happy with that. But winning trade, I'm gonna stop over there. You can check everywhere. I got a winning trade, I stopped. Like yesterday, let me go to the like here. Took one loss, and I have already explained what happened over there, right? So one loss and then got stop, winning trade, stop. One loss, sorry, yeah, one loss, got profit, stop. One loss, got profit, stop. If it was not a profitable trade, I would start to look for another opportunity. Exactly from here to think about another opportunity. From 15-second chart, if I can find another opportunity, I would go for the re-entry, and I prefer this gap more importantly to think about a selling opportunity. Not exactly to this gap to be traded, but when it will start to go toward that liquidity, I'll just put the market order because it's too fast market. Just market limit order, I mean sorry, market sell from there, We'll go for this relatively equal lows around this area to take the partial, hold the trade for this extreme sell side liquidity exactly from there. I don't need that anymore because I'm already profitable. Just got some profit over there. By the way, guys, I really need to know how many likes did I get. 108 likes, 127 people watching. Guys, if you don't mind, please push the like button. I would love to ask you guys, uh, how many of you are profitable? Okay, I mean, I would love to open a poll here to see how many of you are profitable. Today's price action was good, bit good, not bad. Just a second. The CEO of course it should be green if you don't overtrade. Trade gray means like you didn't take any trade. Please try to vote over there and please make sure that you have pushed the like button. Subscribe to our channel, okay? As I told you, if I wouldn't profitable over here, that would be my area to take the sell around this area. Just this candle build the FVG, next candle start and open. I'm already in the market and I will hold the trade first to take some sell side liquidity partial over here, depending on the price action. If I feel to take some partial, and then we'll hold the trade for the liquidity. So I think this is the liquidity over here around this area. My stop loss would be very small here somewhere around 24 handle, and it has already provided me 54 handle, more than enough for being profitable. See you tomorrow, Tito. I took one micro around 75 point. Congratulations, brother, for your boom. I don't want to overtrade. Never, ever, 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 ever overtrade. One win, stop. One win, stop. Two loss, stop. Please follow this. You don't need to do anything, brother. Just follow these rules. You will be profitable. Two loss, stop. One win, stop. You have to learn how to stop. My practice is watch and don't take trade. That's cool, brother. That's the best practice ever. Caught that short, brother. Congratulations, big legs. Make sure you have taken some partial. Please take some partial. Okay, don't follow what I'm doing. Follow what I'm telling you. Okay, so you have seen here. I took some partial, maybe too far right. I took NT over here. I took the partial over here. I was watching the 15-second chart, so I was able to like manage more partial, but just follow the things you love to do. Okay, like 1:1 partial, and then hold your trade by putting your stop loss to the break even. Hold your trade for the sell side liquidity. You'll get your boom. That is also an awesome run, but unfortunately, as I told, I mean, fortunately, I'm already profitable, so I didn't frame this trade. Otherwise, that could be the another boom for me. Another 100 handle, I guess. Let me see how many handle it would be. Yeah, another 80, 90 handle, something like that. The sell side liquidity. What did I tell you over here? I just told you, let the run go. Why? Because this is the run people are believing market is bullish. From this support, you will enter into the selling direction depending on ICT concepts. Forget about 15-second chart. Brother, I had no way to enter into the 15-second chart. Look what happened over here. Came here, build this liquidity or the line as a support. People, what do you think? This is a strong support. Market is going higher. First area to start to look for sell. Was there any selling opportunity? No, you don't need to take the sell. Market is going higher, higher, higher. Cleared the liquidity. Best, brother. Trade the last FVG up. I know a bit violate, but the violation came because it traded the 15-minute bearish gap from the 15-minute chart. You see this 15-minute chart? Bearish gap has been traded by that little violation. Bullish fair value gap, the extremely strong gap, it should tap over here. It should keep going higher. I'm not looking for buy, so I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy. This candle close, not going to take the sell by that candle. I know this candle can go higher to clear that high one more time. So it has cleared that high, then closed below this gap again. Next candle, enter into the trade. put your stop loss above the high. If you don't able to do that, the thing I did, I was not able to put my stop loss above this high because the stop loss was too big. I put it a bit lower, got stopped out. I don't give a shit. Closed below, gonna go for a re-entry opportunity from the same gap so beautifully. You have seen that in live, right? So here, came here, bit retracement. I thought here, but it came to this gap. But it should be work as a breakaway gap or unfilled gap. mm, the best was if it could reverse from that area, that could be the best. However, it came here, got stopped out, look for the re-entry around here, around this area, again re-entry. As long as this liquidity is not going to be cleared, liquidity has been cleared, start to look for buying opportunity from the next logical level. For example, either this new week opening gap or that new week opening gap, start to look for buy again. I'm gonna go for the hourly chart one more time, show you something that I explained at the beginning of this session. So here, this was that old sell side liquidity that has been cleared by today. Cleared all of this liquidity or the lows. This is the extreme low. Of course, it can be taken. It can be taken. I don't prefer this should be taken. I mean, this is gonna be taken. I wanna see it has fallen, cleared the liquidity. Now it will start to go higher again. The reaction should happen from a certain level. For example, last FBZ, new week opening gap, new day opening gap, anywhere it will start to reverse. Doesn't need to clear the buy side liquidity. At least it will give the reaction, and I will catch that reaction. That's my plan right now. Any short of sell right now is not valid to me because I don't have the end line. But brother, you have the end line here. This low, a single low is, I never target a single low. A single low I used to take the liquidity. The thing you have seen here, I have used this single high to make sure the liquidity taken. But I never target single high as my target. I always look for relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows as my target. So my target has been fixed or taken, and now I'll start to think about a buying opportunity from the most logical level. First, either from here or from here. Any of this new opening gap will give me the buying opportunity now. Before reaching any of this line, if it go higher and keep going higher to take all of this buy side liquidity, I'll never touch it. To me, this is a random level. It should not reverse from there. Now it can reverse from here. I'll go to the 15-minute chart and I'll look on my left. Do I have any gap over here from 15-minute chart? If I find any gap over here from 15-minute chart, which is this gap, I think market is right now trading this gap. Below this gap, I have some sell side liquidity here. Okay, I can look for some more sell. Oh, that's good. And as long as it's not reaching here or here, this gap, I will keep looking for the selling opportunity because I can see another sell side liquidity around this area. I'll be back in 1-minute chart. I will see if it can go a bit higher, give me another selling opportunity. In that cell, either you have to enter here or you have to enter here. This is the two area. I always prefer to enter into the beginning of the run. Beginning of the run, if I would love to look for a buy, remember here I talked about a buying opportunity by putting stop loss below this low, which is not good to take the buy. But of course, if you like know how to catch it, you can of course take it. But yeah, again, if I would love to do that, I would love to do that at the beginning of the run. Here, here, here to take the sell. This is not the area to take the sell because depending on the price action, because this is around the opening, like the New York open session. So if you would love to enter from here, it's called chasing the market. If you want to take the sell from here, it's called chasing the market. You can chase this market from 1-minute chart if you find a last a bullish FVZ from 1-minute chart. So I have to check it. Messy, but we'll observe it. Okay. Are you getting something from here, or are you just spending your time listening to my bullshit? This is the last FBC, so this is the only opportunity I can chase this market like this kind of handle, unfortunately. but this is the only way to judge the market. Otherwise, I have to let this market to go higher and then keep falling again. Now, I was thinking about a buy. Now, I'm not thinking about a buy as long as this sell side liquidity is not clear. This is also beautiful, cute sell side liquidity. So this is the area I will start to look for buying opportunity. New weak opening gap. If it doesn't come here, I'll not take the buy. If it come here, I'll start to look for the buy. Otherwise, I'll keep waiting for the selling opportunity. Anytime it will go higher. 82, I'm done for today. My accounts are divided in three groups. That's why I keep trade for a certain time. Thanks, Titu. You're most welcome. If you have more accounts, which I always appreciate, then you are allowed to go for some more winning trades. Otherwise, don't overtrade. Okay, don't overtrade. Thank you. It is very helping to learn. Okay, that's cool. Week 7. John Wick. Are you John Wick? John Wick 7 or short week? Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll just this is the time to wait. Entry, sell entry. Okay, sell, time to wait. Brother, it's going higher. I want to take the buy. You are always welcome to take the buy. I'm not interested to take the buy. I will wait for another selling opportunity. If I find another selling opportunity, I'll go for that. If I don't get, I'm not gonna take it. Our one entry is more than enough for being profitable. Just one entry is more than enough for being profitable. I promise you, brother, that one sell is more than enough for being profitable. Here, here, 78 handle or 70 handle, something like that. That's more than enough for being profitable. You don't need to catch that run. You don't need to catch that run. But if you can, good, good. I'm also learning, short version of John. Hey guys, talk to me. Talk to me right now, okay? Just talk to me. I'm waiting. If I find something good, I'll go back again to the price action. Right now, I have nothing to do. If you ask me why, market is too far. This is an illogical level for me to frame a buy. I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy. As long as it's not building a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy. If this market cleared that liquidity, which is here, you see this line, trade this gap, then I will start to look for buy. Otherwise, I will try to catch another sell or I'll let this market to go. And every time it is going higher, you are seeing how I'm marking the gaps. Keep watching because I don't do it randomly. I always keep doing the same thing again, and again. Just the same thing everywhere. When this market is falling, I mark the last bearish FBZ. When the market is going higher, I have marked the last bullish FBZ in a certain level, okay? In a certain level. And then I have used that FBZ to take my sell or buy, to take my buy or sell, whatever it is. Just the same thing I'm repeating. You have to understand when you are just going to do that. You have confusion, I'm here. As a beginner, you should look for 22 YT model. It's just my opinion. You should look for 22 YT model. That means market structure shift, fair value gap, and then boom. As a beginner, brother, what made you move to Portugal? Brother, I actually came in Europe in 2026. I've completed my bachelor from Denmark, and then like Portugal is the only way where we can apply for the passport in a short period of time. Like after 5 years, we can request for the passport. So I was in Bangladesh most of the time. Last time when I went to lawyer and she saw my passport, my entry and exit, she calculated it and she saw that out of 5 years, I was in Bangladesh 4 years, 9 months. Out of 5 years, I was in Bangladesh for 4 years, 9 months. So overall, I was in Bangladesh, but I came here at the beginning just to think that maybe I'll apply for the passport and I'll get the passport. The red passport. We don't need to worry about the visa. I don't think so. You feel like that way, but if you're not, you're from a third world country, you know what is the importance of the red passport. You don't need the visa. to visit America, Canada, Europe, anywhere. And so that was the reason for coming over here. This time I thought that I'll work because I need to make my setup. That means I have to buy all of this. This account, I'm just doing it for fun because the Blue Guardian futures was too cheap. I had some money to my PayPal. I was not able to cash out them. So I thought let's buy an account. Just because of that, I bought this account, and I have no intention to make some money from this account. I'm just I just bought it because I was not able to withdraw the money from PayPal. That's all, brother. As a Bangladeshi, our passport sucks, lol. Yeah, it's true, brother. See this candle? I not sell from this candle. That should be the entry. Okay, it didn't load. So you can see that should be the entry over here. It tapped to this order block. Should be the entry. It will just load. It will take a bit time, I guess, to load over there. And this is gonna be the partial 1:1 over here. And I'll target the sell side liquidity over there. Stop loss just above the order block, maybe one handle, two handle above this order block. You can see just 15 handle, three ticks. So I'll put it a bit higher. So just make it 16 handle, just to make it 16, like that. And I'll take the partial here around 1:1. We'll hold the trade for this also. So the 1 minute reaction, 1 minute last FVG sent the market higher around here, and now it started to fall. It should follow the speed it gave me so far. It should follow that speed. For example, it didn't work. How much you are going to lose? 16 handle. I don't like this, the way it is trading the rejection area. If the candle has closed, I think I got it stopped out. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So I'll wait for the re-entry opportunity. If it provide me, we'll go for that. If it doesn't provide me, keep going higher, then we'll keep waiting for the selling opportunity. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, this candle failed to close above this order block, come back again, closed below this order block, we'll take the re-entry from the order block, put the same stop loss if the body doesn't close above that order block high. Okay, if the body doesn't close, if the body close, it's not valid. If it doesn't close here, trade this area, we'll go for the resell opportunity for this whole area. Now, not pushing the button, just see if it works like that way. Even if I got the loss over here, it's 16 handle, brother. You have to understand this fact. 16 handle loss is absolutely nothing comparing with all of this price action, because anytime you are able to, I mean, this type of risky entry, I only go if I see the stop loss is very small. If it works, perfect, brother. I'm gonna get like 42 handle profit. If it doesn't work, I know I will get just a small loss, and then I will try to mitigate that loss. That's all. Because I have the permit to go for two maximum losses in a day, right? So right hour gap no use to, of course it has used the right regular trading hour. What what you have seen, brother? Tapped to the lower quadrant of the opening gap. See this lower quadrant? Trade a random gap where what I showed you before it happened. Market opened here. I showed you that this buy sell liquidity is going to be cleared. Market is going to trade this gap. This is the best case of scenario, which is aligned with the opening gap lower quadrant. see exactly over here, then it will start to fall, 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 and keep falling. That was the regular trading our work pattern. It's 11 already, and I think the setup is coming again. This order block has been broken, so I have to look for the new order block. Like so, for this candle is gonna be the order block. So this is gonna remove from here to here. What type of order block is this? This is no type of order block you should use, to be honest. I'm just trying to catch the run because I prefer this market should be hurry to take this low and to trade this area. It should be so hurry. The reaction happened already here. It should just keep falling now. Just because of that, I'm framing this order block. Otherwise, it's not some sort of order block what you look for. If I would love to go with the perfect entry over here, what I will do, I will wait for some sort of bullish gap plus bearish gap to frame my sell again. If I don't get the entry from the gaps, then I will start to look for the order block. First thing is first, the FVZ. Without FVZ, I don't prefer to go for the trade. Here it was a very small stop loss. I tried my luck, didn't work. Okay, I'll be happy. Wait. Now if I say this, so out of 80 handle, I'll think, okay, I got 80 handle profit, I lose to 16 handle because of I didn't stop after the winning trade. And market has cleared the most important liquidity. 1 minute, most important liquidity was that here. Confusion here. This is that liquidity I'm showing you for long time. Was that liquidity? However, still I feel like it will keep falling, but we'll see. Hmm. I know what you mean, brother. With my Canadian passport, I can travel to many countries without applying for visa. Many people born in Western countries take that privilege for granted. Absolutely, brother. Have a good day, brother. 2K profit in a 300K eval account. I started today. A small 265 profit in funded account. Brother, you are saying $265 a small profit? Man, that is my almost the monthly income. $265 is almost my monthly income, okay? Something like that. So it's not a small, brother. Which bought my account close to break even balance, no other trades, green. Congratulations, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. See you, brother. See you tomorrow. This is the 11 a.m. London close short term reversal I mentioned earlier. Okay, I missed it. Okay. I'm trying to get used to trading on mobile since I'm starting new 9 to 5 and won't be able to trade on laptop anymore. It's highly risky, brother. Trading through mobile is highly risky because your information is limited. I wish it will take me. If it doesn't, And in one session, how many trades should I frame? That is another big question. How many trades do I need in one session? It's harder. I will just go to high time frame and mark out new work, pre-market, P new work. Hmm? If you try, man, you keep trying. There's nothing called impossible. Everything is possible. You keep trying. I lost. I cost maximum account while trading mobile. Oh, okay. You lost maximum account. Yeah, mobile trading I never appreciated. I mean, if you are bound, then just do the paper trade, not the live trade. Okay, try to catch the PM session, just a morning session, observe it, and PM session try to take trade from there. Could uh, I live in a country that's the second most expensive place to live. Unfortunately, $265 is barely enough to survive, brother. If I were in a third world country, I would a king now. The best advice for you: earn as much as you can from there, and then move to a third world country, like anywhere. Okay, in Asia, anywhere, like Philippines, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, anywhere. Just move anywhere else. By the way, thanks for the penguin, brother. Yeah, it's either get good at mobile or trade Asia, risk either either, yeah. Yeah, you can also trade the Asia session because there is less risk. Of course, you can do that. I really don't want to trade Asia, lol. I love Asia, the morning session. New York morning session is the session where I can feel like I'm the king of this session. I feel like that way, the morning session. And rest other session is kind of like, if I have to trade, then I will trade. Otherwise, I don't like to trade in any other session except the New York morning session. New York morning session is so beautiful, brother, so beautiful. I have no idea how can I explain this morning session. It's awesome. It seems like you will tell the market to do something and it will keep doing that. Like not lot of time. Like this, all of these entries doesn't have any value to me. All I care at the beginning, either this trade. If I miss that trade, then I'll try to catch any of this trade. That's all. Like here, this is kind of too far, right? All the maximum liquidity has been cleared. Still, I'm expecting it is going to fall without any logic. I'm just framing this trade. Otherwise, as long as you have the liquidity and morning session is open, you have found everything. Like the thing happened today exactly the way I was expecting market to work, like that way. If it happens like that, oh man, that's my day. That's my day. I'm gonna blow all of your mind if it works the way I'm expecting. Like today, it has worked exactly the same way. To me, it's like 50-50. Which one, Asia or the New York session? Asia session, I don't trade actually. I trade sometimes. Not much more excited. No good price action. Like not interested at all. Like that. Okay, it will keep consolidating another 6 minute. Sorry, another 10 minute, I guess. I have to I have to wait another 10 minutes to get some beautiful price action. I entered into a right place because the time was to the top of the hour, but market was not interested to give me the move. As you can see here, I entered around top of the hour, which is 11:10:50 to 11:10. but still this market is not giving me the speed. That's the confusing thing. Why it's not giving me the I mean the speed. I think it's waiting for the lunch hour to give me the speed, but we'll see. Remember our first this entry was a 16 handle loss. 16 handle, okay? That is our 16 handle. I'm not explaining any price action, guys. I'm just seeing how many trades did you take today? How many did I take? I didn't count, brother. I fall into a deep trap. Didn't work. Two loss altogether, one after another. Bad luck. However, guys, if it's kind of like anything now seems like 50-50, as well as because the maximum liquidity has been cleared. I really prefer this market to fall for here, then it will reverse. But if it really would love to reverse from here, it's absolutely random to me. But when it is going to fall, bit difficult to for me because the maximum liquidity has been cleared over here. The maximum liquidity when it has been cleared, I don't think so. It will reverse again, but it will fall again. But when and how it is going to fall, maybe around the lunch hour it will fall. If it doesn't fall around the lunch hour, then the PM session maybe it will start to fall. I will start to look for buy if this market closed above this new week opening gap again today, then I'll look for the buy. Otherwise, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity for the rest of the PM session. Marbra, I took this sell here in live. I took here some trade. Here was one loss, and then I got this big boom over here. These two trade, and then here it was like I just simply say I'm just trying to go for this if it works or not. It's not something I was not explaining anything, nothing. I was just watching if it can work because you can experiment anytime you want to experiment or if you want to experimental things. This sell also I explained. I just didn't push the button because I was already profitable over here. I didn't talk about this sell from here around this area to until the sell side liquidity, all of this fall. So this was all I have done today. This area again, you guys can just go back and see what I have told here. I just told I'm not doing anything here. I'm just watching if the highest up close body close candle can give me the entry and send me the price lower or not. It's not those type of order block you can use or utilize to take the sell. I mean specifically told that this is not those type of order block you can take the entry. I'm just observing. Can it give me the boom? That's all. Nothing else. But it didn't work. None of them. None of them. So I hope I thought that maybe it didn't work. It will work and send the market to the last FBZ, but it didn't do that as well. It just stopped over here, went higher again, unfortunately. But still, I don't think so. It's going higher. It will fall again, but how it is going to fall, I am just not sure because it's just before the lunch hour and the maximum liquidity has been cleared. So I will wait for the PM session to think if it can keep falling. At the PM session, if I see the body is below this new week opening gap, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. If I see the body has above this new week opening gap, I'll look for the buy again. So tomorrow's morning session, when I'll be here around the live streaming, I'll talk about today's price action around the PM session, and I'm gonna remind you I'll do what I will do. If the body close above this gap, I'll look for the buy. If the body is below this gap or new week opening gap, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity for this new week opening gap. And then after reaching here, then I'll go for the buy again. When does PM session starts and end? 12:50, 3:45. According to me, according to ICT, 1:30, 3:45. Yeah, maybe it will reverse from this area, maybe, or maybe it is going to go for to trade this order block. Actually, I was watching the low of this order block. You can see this low, this 50-minute order block. I've seen this low has been traded over here, so I was thinking that maybe it is going to trade that low of this order block and then going to take that liquidity coming over here. But it didn't work. However, you don't need to trade over here. You should be already profitable all of this fall while you had the target, extreme target. This line I actually marked later by seeing the market or scenario. Just marked that later. And I just didn't wait for the FBZ the way I love to trade. I just didn't do anything over here. Just mark the up close candle and see if it works or not. Nothing else. No explanation, nothing. I didn't explain over here. You guys can see that. Okay. Which indicator is that, bro? I'm just using three indicator. You guys can see it here. I'm using three indicator. One is midnight open and 8:30. One is midnight open. One is uh, midnight open. One is 8:30 open. One is new day opening gap. So new day opening gap by Fadi. This is what? How can I show this? I think here. Yep. So midnight open. This is the area I'm using. Okay. This new day opening gap, by Fadi 1.1K. This is showing the new week and new day opening gap, and so you can say I don't use any other indicator, just this indicator to find out what is the midnight open, what is the uh 8:30 open, and where is the new day new week opening gap. That's all I keep watching for this chart. And for that chart I have two indicator. One is liquid, is actually one of my brother, he talked about this to use the breaker block entry. I kept it over here. Maybe I forgot about that. I again remembered that there was some indicator. And another one is mm, New York Open. I mean, what is that? I really don't remember what is this actually. Okay, it's the Midnight Open. So you can see New York 0 to 1. It's the Midnight Open. So I think the Midnight Open is here. That line is the Midnight Open. That is the line is the Midnight Open. So that is the only indicator I'm using. Okay, it's bullish, extremely bullish. We'll see. Okay, around the PM session again. Remember, body above this gap, I'll start to look for buy as long as it is above this gap. If it is below this gap, I'll start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. Not for sell side, for this new week opening gap. Otherwise, I'll keep waiting to take the sell from 1250 to 345. I'm not going to trade because I'm not gonna stay in front of my chart. I'm gonna close my chart right now. But yeah, I will expect like that way if I were here right now. Nothing. Yeah, that's all for today. If any of you have any question, you can ask me. Except this one, please don't ask me anything over here. I clearly told that I'm just watching the up close candle. Can it work or not? No explanation. Nothing. 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 And clearly, I told this is not those type of order block. You can take the entry. Just pushing the button to see if it works or not. Thank you so much for pushing the like button as well. It's reversing from new and new. I'm just saying that I don't know what is going to happen. It is the lunch hour, so I will let the market to decide what it wants to do. We'll be back around 12:50 to see if it is above this gap, take the buy, or is it below this gap to take the sell. If it come here, I'll only bullish. I'm only bullish if it come to this gap. As long as it's not going to break this new opening gap, I'm only bullish. Bullish for all of the buy side liquidity, brother. So yeah, that's all, brother. And I, wow, 71% people are green, 15% gray, 14% red. I'm really happy to see this small percentage red, just 14%. I'm really happy. 71% people are green. I hope you guys are getting something from this guy, T2. Not like you are wasting your time. I'm trying my level best. But just before closing, I would love to remind you that Blue Garden Futures has 70% discount. Should be blueguardianfutures.com. Yeah, it's 70% off. So if you use the code T2 Wizard, it should give you the 70% discount. So Winter and T2 Wizard are going to give you the same offer, 70% discount. Please make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard to make sure that you've got that offer if you want. Thank you so much guys for being over here. See you tomorrow inshallah. Until then, cheers guys.